Hey YouTube goers, this is Madison, the other Madison of this show. Thanks for watching. The other Madison couldn't be here with me today because she's at her house and I'm at my house. So yeah, this week we've chose back to school show videos, and so yeah, let's get started. Okay, the first thing on my list is basics, is number 2 pencils. Number 2 pencils are not optional. You need them. Next on my list is optional if you want them, mechanical pencils. The next thing is colored pencils. I know some grades that you're going into, upper grades, they don't need them, but you can always have extra just in case. A pencil sharpener, handheld, just in case your pencil breaks in class and you have number 2 regular pencils, and you can just sit there and sharpen them right quick. The next thing on my list is ballpoint pens. Yes, ballpoint pens. Some teachers like to have red ones because you have to correct in class. I know my teacher likes me having red pens. The next thing on my list is highlighters. Some people like to doodle on their papers, which I know is kind of really bad advice, but it's always good to get highlighters and to highlight the things you find important in a test or quiz or something, or study guides even. The next thing on my list is composition books. There are little books full of paper, and I find them very useful. The next thing on my list is loose leaf notebook paper. Loose leaf notebook paper is probably one of the top things that I suggest because you always need paper for class. You don't have to get a lot of it if you're going to get the notebooks. Probably get 1 or 2 packets somewhere in there. Okay, next thing on my list is a roller. Some teachers provide it, but then some teachers don't, so it's always good to have one. The next thing on my list is several 3-ring binders. If you're going to 6th grade like me, or any of the upper grades, you know you're going to need binders. And you might need more than a few, because binders are very popular to teachers. They like to use them. The next thing, I have a 3-hole puncher. Teachers always give you notes and stuff and without holes, and I like to put mine in my binder, so it's always easy for me just to put a little hole, put 3 holes in them, and stick it in my notebook. The next thing I have is a pencil case. A pencil case, you've had them since kindergarten, so you're probably pretty used to them, so it's always good to have those. The next thing on my list is binder dividers. Binder dividers are very useful. I like them. The other Madison likes them. And so yeah. The next thing I have is pocket folders. Folders with pockets, and you always make sure they have holes in them so you can stick it in your 3-ring binder to take up less space, unless you like having space and it's free. Okay, next thing is a calendar for scheduling assignments. So put your assignments in your agenda book. Last year I got one, but this year I don't think they're going to provide them for us. Next thing on my list is pretty stupid because I know everybody knows they need this, and is a backpack. A handbag, a shoulder bag, a cross bag, an arm bag, anything of that use would be awesome for you. Next thing on mine is 2 combinations, or locks, or whatever you call them. I'll tell you what they're for. Your locker, you might want one, so that's one. And then if you have a gym locker, you always want to lock your things in there, so that's 2. I don't get a gym locker, so it's pretty, I just need one. I don't want to go wasting my money on 2 locks. Okay, next I have index cards. It's always good to write those extra little notes and just always have those little notes instead of having to write them in a whole piece of paper where you just have a teeny tiny note. Okay, next on my list I have a protractor. Math teachers usually don't need one, but I know last year we were dealing with protracting things and I always liked using them. So yeah, let me flip to my next page. Okay, next thing on my list I have is just like a little set of things. It's called craft materials. What comes in that is glue sticks, scotch tape, and scissors. And so those are 3 main things that you're going to need in like cutting things, taping things, or gluing things. So yeah. Okay, let me make sure that's everything on my list. Yeah, so I guess that is everything on my list. Okay, you guys, thank you for watching. Submit, subscribe, and rate down there. So yeah, tell me what you think I should do a video on, and I'll happily do it. I know this week's going to be back to school. Next week, you pick. So, bye you guys. Submit, subscribe, comment below.